Hello, welcome to Powerhouse Investment. And on today's episode, I'm gonna give you a motivational speech. I'm basically gonna be giving you some financial advice. Some financial advice, some financial intelligence, some financial intuition, so you can make better decisions in your finance in the crypto aspect. Specifically, focus on the crypto asset, which my channel is all about making a business out of cryptocurrency. And right here, I have pulled out a chart from the famous author Robert Kiyosaki, who made Rich Dad Poor Dad and Flow Quadrants. This example is from the book Flow Quadrants. If you haven't read his book, Robert Kiyosaki, go ahead and check it out. Really good, inspirational book. It gets you your finance turning around in the right direction. And the reason I decided to do an episode on this is because I watched a YouTuber, and he was telling people to get into programs. I mean, he had success off his first one, P3T, and so he had a huge income. He got a huge asset, but he's starting to waste it on the liabilities. He's starting to get in. Like one he was in, which I would never promote mine. He was in automatic Bitcoin or something like that. It was a hype, which I'm pretty much done with hypes because I've been in crypto's beginning. Hypes are no good. They usually only last from 20 to 60 days, and then they go extra scam kaput. So I don't mess with hype. I don't get hypes on my channel. I carefully choose and pick which the one to show you everyone, so we all can make a profit. But I decided to do this because it just irks me to see someone just hopping from program to program to program. I mean, you really don't want to do that. All you need is 5 good programs, because you start hopping to program, you create this huge amount of expense, like you see on the flow, and you creating this huge amount of liability when they exit scam. So that's what I'm just breaking this down. I'm gonna show you how you want to build your crypto. Why it's best not to get in so many programs and stick to the good one. The AT&T, so to speak, of the world, the big businesses of the crypto, like the Tronback and P3T and the Bankroll right now. Those are the 3 biggest ones right now that has the most Tron in it and making the most amount of money. Like I recently got back in my Tron. I bought 100 ante. I got back in Tron back. I bought 100 ante, and because I just saw that the future of it's going to be around the longest. The big casino, and I definitely want to be a part of that. And I actually earn a certain percentage of the overall tokens. There's only 100 million being made. Like a good amount of them getting burned every 2 weeks and every month. A large amount get burned. So I want to be a part of that. They got a good structure, a good system, and I just know they're gonna have a bright future. Even though this crypto space is relatively new, and a lot of people don't know about it, know the future and stuff like that. But I'm just taking my personal knowledge and intuition and wisdom I learned in school, and from reading books like Robert Kiyosaki, and learning about the markets and stuff like that. I'm real big on economics. Took a couple economics classes, A and B, macro, actually called macro and micro, macro and micro, those 2. I took both of those economic classes, so I have a general idea of how the market goes, and on the competition, like the bankroll and Tronback and P3 affect the market, because they all in the same market of crypto, earning dividends or earning payout. But it's just different type of structure. One is an asset, and one is a liability until you get your money back. So I'm going to just break that down. So I'm going to get started and break it down to Flow Quadrant. Robert Kiyosaki did this because he has more talk about like all businesses, all people, middle class, just how their money go. But I'm breaking down in crypto. Like he did this chart and why the middle class struggle. But I'm gonna take it to another step and expand this road, because Middle class don't just have to be like a worker, but it can be a crypto. And I'm gonna break this down to the beginner crypto and to intermediate crypto level. And sometimes, yeah, pretty much intermediate and beginner in crypto. I'm gonna basically break down how you should proportion your money in crypto so that you will be on the right side of the cash flow, have a good cash flow. So, without further ado, and we get into my notes. Um, far as assets, assets are things like Tron Bet. Tron Bet, the reason why Tron Bet is assets because it has a coin behind it and it give you dividend. So you can take your money out anytime you wish. It's like I have done. Like I had close to 500 Tron in it. I saw the price dipping a little bit. I didn't really know what was going on in the future. 808 was starting to take over the casino war, and it looked like Tron has came out the victor out of that 808 casino war versus Tron bet. So I dipped out the market while that war is going on between the two, and it looks like Tron bet has won another war in the casino. So I decided to get back in it and get another 100 coins in. I don't got pretty much the 5,000 I had, the 500 I had, because I wanted to truly diversify that money in other aspects. And another reason why I'm doing the capital quadrant because the guy on the YouTube channel, he's also talking about diversification wrong. Like diversification is not jumping in at the hype and hype, and just because you're in different hype, therefore you all of a sudden just diversification. That is not a definition of diversification. Diversification is like having different, knowing, recognize what's an asset, what's a liability, its expenses, and just being in different ventures that doesn't all have the same structure or pay. Meaning, the hype he was in was you put a lot of money down and you get a little return, but you had to go like 90 days or something like that to get your money back just to break even point. And what happened, that program, automatic income or automatic Bitcoin or something like that, it crashed it. It's completely, they took their money and ran the developers. And because that wasn't a smart contract, and I don't really get into, I like to stay in stuff that has smart contract from the stuff I learned from BitConnect and all that, which are like heights and these non-smart contract applications. Those typically fail. Those are the things you don't want to get into because those are just a complete liability. And that's what this guy was getting in. He was getting to a liability after liability after liability. And he was slowly watching his crypto get drained. And another thing about this guy on YouTube I was watching, he just took all, he sold his wallet, his main asset, it was Essence wallet, I just know that. Probably his main Essence wallet, because people don't have 2 or 3 Essence wallets on their computer, and people don't have like 2 or 3 computers to manage all that. So I'm assuming that's his main wallet. His main wallet was pretty much drained. His Essence wallet was pretty much drained. He may have like $200 in there, and he had all his money in P3T. He had a nice come on P3T. He got in early and made a huge profit. He started with $500 and he made his stuff all the way to $2,000. So so that was good. But and he has like $2,000 in the daily ROI, which is good as well. But what he's doing now, that's P3T is his income. It's a huge part of his income, like right here. He has a huge income with that P3T. He got pretty much $5,000 in there. He make it $200 a day. But this is what he's doing. He creating all these expenses because he's hopping in these hypes. These hypes are when they don't make it their 90 days to get your break even point. It's just an exit scam, and it just come a total expense because it costs too much to get in. It costs a lot of money to get in to make a tiny profit, and you can't withdraw your money for some of these. You don't even get the payout what they get out per day, and heights don't make it, as I've been reiterating in my video. So stay away from those hypes. And Another thing is, so you want to focus on your assets. You want to this guy had no asset. Your asset is that Exodus wallet, your wallet. I wouldn't say put yourself in Coinbase. Coinbase, you don't own the keys. Uh, Asset crypto is something that you have the private keys to. Blockchain, uh, which is they have a wallet. Uh, he had Essence wallet. I use Jag for mine. You can use the Tron wallet. It's an asset because anything there is yours. So those are asset wallets. Um, and the reason it's an asset because you hold it, you own it, and then you actually make money off of when the coin goes up in crypto. So all your crypto you have is potential asset. Your asset might go down a little bit when the price go down and go up a little bit when it go up, but that still does. They just make it an asset. Whether it go up and down, it don't matter because you're gonna still own a piece. It's just a matter of your size of your box. Your box so is either gonna get bigger over time, which should be, or it might shrink a little bit in short term and just get bigger and bigger over time. So those are assets. His asset was very little. He has a high income. He has over $5,000 in P3T, and then he completely blown it in expenses just for program, and he calling that diversification. And that's another point in my video. Diversification is not that, so please do not do it. You want to focus on building up your assets and keep your liabilities down. And let me get into some more asset. Another asset is the core trading I talked about in my video. You got to go back, but I do talk about core trading. Probably type that in on YouTube and find my core trading video. Core trading is a safe technique to build your asset. You can make income off that as well. So that's another asset he said you can do. I also have my hexagon trading. Hexagon trading asset because you have 6 different coins and you just trading among those 6 different coins. That's technique I created. I call that hexagon trading. You could do that technique and that'd be asset because that's money that you own. You have $500, $200 in there. You can try to increase it over time, and that money's not going nowhere. That money's not going nowhere. It's in there. It's on a train, which is less safe, but you still have the option to withdraw the money back to your Exodus wallet or your Jag wallet. So that's why that's a good thing to trade. You can also day trade. Day trade, you go on exchange and you just look for a coin that's down like 3 or 4%, and then when it goes up 8%. You sell it. You can day trade. That's an asset. That's a skill. You can do that. That's another thing you should be doing to diversify your money. Those techniques are diversification. Those are different diversification techniques because those are different assets to get into in the crypto world. So that's how you diversify. Another way you can diversify is getting into the smart contracts. Smart contract like Tron Bet, like I said earlier. And then also the P33 and the bankroll become an asset as you make it past your break-even point. And those have a higher success rate hitting this break-even point because they have a lot of Tron in it. They basically are the AT&Ts of the world when it comes to crypto. They're a big organization that has a lot of money, so you know they're going to be around like AT&T. And there's not that much competition right now on a smart contract that has a lot of money. You know, in the world, there's like a lot of little cable companies from region to region, but the main ones that are nationwide in the U.S. are AT&T, Comcast. So that's where you want to be with. AT&T right now is bankroll. Comcast is more like P3T right now. The both are good and strong companies to invest your money in. But those are already assets once you pass a break-even point. So that's how that go on building your assets. And you want to keep your liabilities down. You want to increase your liability by jumping from height to height to height. Do not do that because you just creating high liability. Those do not last. And then last, your income. That comes what you receive off of day trading. how much you receive from your P3T after you break even point and you in profit. And that's how you get your income bigger in the crypto world of cash flow quadrants. And if you do the right things over a period of time, this is what your sheet should look like. This is what your cash flow should look like. You do the right things and you put your money in the right stuff and diversify your money, your income will get bigger and bigger. Like you will have bigger income go up and it would just flow more fluid. It would just trickle back into your income. So basically like like you win P3T and Tron Bet and Tron Village is a good one. They've been around since day one in the DApp era. And PT3's Bankroll, Tron Village, Tron Bet, those are the safe ones right now. Your money will start to build up like this. How mine is going right now. Your expenses be little because you're not jumping in these tiny hype, trying to get a little 5%, 3% here, and try to get more money. Why do that? Why jump in another hype? Because they're gonna pay 7%. You're right. 7% is not sustainable. If they gonna pay out 7%, you best believe their shelf life is 20 days. Cause that's how long it takes to really get a profit at 7%. So once after you get your profit, that's when they start going broke. Once they get a profit, that's where the real system kicks in place. Once people start getting a profit, and that's why it's not sustainable. Because 7% is just too short of a time for them to come up with the money to pay you every day at a 7% rate. So that's why 7% is not sustainable. And you should avoid getting the hype. And if you do that, avoid getting hype and try to jump into 10 to 15 different programs, you will keep your liabilities down. So therefore, you will have more money to reinvest in Bankroll, to reinvest in Tron Village, to reinvest in Tron Bet, to reinvest in day trading, to reinvest hexagon trading, to reinvest and reinvest in core trading, hexagon trading, and that will build up your assets. Your assets will get bigger, which will create a double flow, putting your money back and creating a bigger income for you. So your assets will be growing and your income will get bigger and bigger. And that's pretty much that's how you pretty much go from beginner to intermediate and you become a whale in the crypto world. You'll be that guy with 1 million Tron. You'll be that guy with 5 or 6 Bitcoin. You can be that whale on the crypto train. You can be that whale on the Tron Bet. All by diversifying your money the right way. Diversify it by not jumping in the hype at the hype, which is high yield program. And there anything above 5% is pretty much high yield program and it's not sustainable. And high yield program are not smart contracts. Your money's on a website, on a dashboard, and you gotta hold the withdraw to your wallet. And if it don't go to your wallet, then that's why it's hype, because it's an AS scam. When the money start going to your wallet, AS scam. But with your smart contract like a Tron Bet, it's automatic. Your money goes straight into your wallet at a certain time of the day. No ifs, ands, or about it. Haven't missed a penny yet on Tron Bet. That's where you want to put your money in. Assets that are safe, reliable, and trickle back to you and increase your income. So, with that being said, that's why I'm back in Tron Bet. I don't have that much money in Tron Bet, but I do have 100 coins, 100 anti to get back in the market, and you can make money. So I got to pause it. That's something in my throat. I'm back. You could get money. That's why I'm back in Tron Bet. I'm getting anti. I have anti, and you can make money off anti with the price go up. You're not getting a whole lot of return on your high yield. You ain't getting high yield. You're only getting like 0.5%, but you do have the asset of the actual anti. And as the price of anti go up, the more money you will make. So that's my breakdown in this episode. I just want to inspire you inspiring you to get your cash flow quadrant right, inspiring you to diversify your money the right way, inspiring you not to create liabilities, inspire you not to create expenses, build up those assets, build up that income in crypto by doing it the right way, like I have just said. So, without further ado, I'm gonna conclude this episode, and I just want to give you that motivational speech on how to diversify your money the right way, so you do have a beautiful cash flow quadrant. All right, that's it. Peace. See you next episode.